Okay, so while I was aware of the fact that price would be coming up here to grab this liquidity before further push to the downside, I only like to trade inside of London. Okay, I like to trade the London session. Anything outside the London is just there for me. Maybe I can catch them with it. And then we actually had an amazing confirmation entry inside of this area, right? But I had a pending order inside of here and then stop loss around 7 pips or so. Let me remember if this was it. Yeah, I think it was 7 pips. I had my stop loss somewhere here, 7 pips thereabouts. Yeah, I know I had my stop loss up to these areas. Okay, and then I came back to see the price had mitigated nicely and dropped. The only reason I set the pending order was because I would not be active during the session where I think the mitigation will happen. If not, if I'll be active, I like to stay on my chart and see confirmation before I enter. Okay, I like to stay on my chart and see proper confirmation before I enter. Because there's something a confirmation entry does for you. It gives you extra confidence as to why you're taking the trade. Okay, so I use both limit orders and market execution where necessary. And also because I trade a zero spread account, so I can enter instantly and then it triggers instantly. Okay, so any other question? I have about 20 more minutes to go. Any question, any question? Can you guys even hear me?
Yes, sir.
Boss,
Yeah, Mr. Cosis.
I think you said today you'll be talking more about, I don't know, maybe I missed or something because I was out. Market psychology and,
Trade
you know,
management. I was supposed to talk
yeah.
about trade management today, but my time is fast. Okay, let's see what we can do in 15 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 15.
All right.
All right. Now, it's quite impressive that a lot of you guys are beginning to trade almost similar to how I trade, and some of you guys are trading just how I trade. Okay, some of you guys just need extra time to brush up. Okay, so basically, this would be for you guys who would want to trade ping pong. Okay, now there are certain things you should know that guides your decision and helps you end the week profitably if you trade my style. Okay, by my style, I think if you're always hedging buys and sells, so you're taking ping pong, so you're spending more time on the chart after you have made your first trade of the day. Okay, there are some things that are key that you should understand. Number one, the first thing you should get in your mind when you begin to trade a particular style or trade at all is that you are not trading to impress anybody. Okay, let that sit, let that rent, let it build a duplex in your head and live rent free in that duplex. That you are not trading to impress anybody. Your sole reason for trading is to make money. And the sole reason why you want to improve in your skill is because if you should do a thing, at least you should be good at what you do. Anything worth doing is worth doing. Okay? So you only have two reasons why you're doing what you do. One, to put food on your table, take care of yourself, take care of your family, live a good life, be happy and enjoy yourself. Be able to afford your needs and your wants, not to impress, not to oppress. Okay? Once you have that stored at the back of your mind, then it means your mind is channeled towards making money. In as much as you want to make money, you need to secure money, okay? Because it is the money you have secured you will use to make money. What am I driving at? You see me take lots of trades and trade ping pongs and all of that. The first thing I do when I wake up, let's get to the chart I work with. Let me share a new screen. Okay, these are things I share basically with those in the private mentorship for them. It will be better everybody knows about it. The first thing I do when I get on my chart in the morning is to chase my first 5 arrow or 10 arrow or 7 arrow, as the case may be. Any other thing that happens after that is me enjoying myself. Okay, so this was supposed to be my first 5 hour trade for the day, and I missed that, probably because it was an amazing mitigation, but then it didn't move at my open present, it didn't move at my time. Okay, then we had this move at 8 a.m. This was the actual 8 a.m. mitigation. I did not take that. I needed extra clarification that now bettered this move. Okay, I was talking with Choco at the time this happened, and then she was entering off this reaction as the breaker block. Where's that too? And then she was entering off this reaction as the breaker block. Okay, expecting to, so let's know this as a flip zone, I think, expecting to get reactions from here. And then she was already break even, I think, at this point. Okay, which was nice, very amazing trade management. That is the best to do. Always break even at your first break of structure. Okay, so you avoid irrelevant losses. So she was break even, this was a break even trade for her. But then I knew that price was going to get up there to clear that liquidity, which I think I shared late after it had already happened. Okay, so this was the target liquidity to be cleared, and then price delivered that and dropped. Now, after the delivery, I was already inside of this area, and I had stop loss above this. I think I had a 3 pip stop loss thereabouts for these sales. I had entered earlier on this block. My stop loss was a few pips above this high, because if this had taken internal liquidity and had gone for external, it had to come back in to grab somewhat of internal liquidity, then take out this as external. Okay, so the reason why that move did not happen exactly as I just explained, internal liquidity taking, right? Price was supposed to come, take out external, which was this low, and then come back again to target what some internal liquidity above this high. That was supposed to be the delivery, okay? And then continue to take out this. But because it was NFP, okay, we had NFP coming up earlier. They had to engineer enough liquidity, okay? That is why we have all of this engineered. We had all of this engineered here, remitigations, and price just came in with the sales to clear all of those, okay? That should bet fuel for them to travel upward, okay? That is why that happened. Following the normal sequence of price, it would have cleared this low and then given me some good weeks to reward at this point. But then I knew it was NFP, so I was just in. And then personally, I would have broken even on this trade because of the structure I saw inside of here and some other moves I saw play out here. And then I like to protect my capital, especially when I'm trading during fundamentals, okay? But when this happened, I did not know that I did not mark the actual price point here. So if I zoom in, you will see that price wicked the highs here. When price wicked these highs, I felt that it had also taken me out on my mobile device. So I did not check to break even. By the time I got back on my screen to check my phone, price had already traveled back into these areas, okay? I was not in the negative, but then I could not break even anymore, okay? Because what is the need? It is, if it's here, it's here. If it takes me out, fine. Call that a loss because of poor trade management, okay? So this was supposed to be a break-even trade for me, and it was a loss. Now, I'm talking about trade management, so just follow me closely. The first thing I do is that I make sure that I discipline with utmost discipline, look out for my first 5 hours of the day. Okay, so I got in on these buys. Okay, at this point, stop loss below these areas, and then I also hedged these sales. These sales closed on 3 hours, right? And then the buys continued upward to where I now hedged these new sales for my 6 hours. Now, as soon as I collected this 6 arrow plus this 3 arrow, I knew I was set for the day. At this point, I was on my anything that won't happen, make it happen. Okay, because that was a 9 arrow trade. And then basically in a day, if I can make 5 arrow consistently every day, okay, at the end of the week, I should be making about 25 arrow. Okay, so let's say if I make 25% of my account, give or take, because of some valid losses I'll be taking as operational charges. Let's say from give or take, losses took, let's even assume losses took back 10 arrow for me. Okay, out of 25 arrow, losses took back 10% back, which is impossible. I will still be left with what? 15 arrow. Okay, so if I can keep up 15 arrow for 4 weeks in a month, how many percent of my account, how many percent gain in a month is that? 60% gain, right?
That's 50%.
That's 60% gain, okay, which is huge, okay? So I've been able to do over half of my capital in a month. It means if I continue the next month, I have redeemed my full funding, Okay, if I'm trading my personal funds, because I don't risk anything above 0.25 on the challenge or challenge account. So I'm explaining this with regards to personal funds. Okay, so make sure, rule number one, before you start doing ping pongs and all of that, make sure that you have gotten at least 5 arrow, at least 5 arrow for the day. When you have gotten your 5 arrow, you can now sacrifice 2 arrow or 1 arrow to do ping pongs. Now, when I say sacrifice 1 arrow, it means that you are not going in full 1 arrow on a trade. You are not going 0.25%. Okay? If you are going 0.25%, it means you need to risk or fail 4 trades in a row for you to lose your full 1 arrow you're willing to risk to do ping pong. Now, while that 5 arrow you have made is your main profit that you have secured, the profits you make from your ping pong is what now sponsors the operational charge. In case you need to do some minor withdrawal within the week to cover up some minor expenses and take care of some minor charges. So that at the end of the month, when you count stock, you still have something good, at least a 40 to 50% available unwithdrawn that you have not touched, and you can now actually use to do something tangible. Do you understand that? Okay?
Yes.
So make sure that before you begin to dance, whenever you see me, most times, if I have a 10 arrow day, I can decide to give 2 arrows to ping pong. If I have a 15 arrow day, okay, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I have a 20 arrow day at a stretch. Okay, because the first trade in profit, second trade in profit, third trade in profit already. No stop losses. That's a very good day. Those kind of days, I may stay on chat till much later, just enjoying myself. Okay, because the fact with trading is that we learn on the job. Nobody gets better outside the job. Okay, so the more time you spend on a particular pair, the better or the easier it is for you to understand how it works. I have just 2 more minutes and then I'll be running up with this. I'll be teaching on that class at 9 o'clock. Okay, so it's important that you first make your target profit before looking to play with price and enjoy price. Okay, so profit taking here, 1 stop loss here was not a problem for me. And then back here to take profit, and then I missed this. Okay, if I had not made profit of this, and this was a stop loss, this was a 3 arrow, we got triggered because I was already in this buy. So the buy overall was barely a 9 arrow trade. Okay, so if I want to add 9 arrow plus 6 arrow plus 3 arrow minus 1 minus 1, how much do I have? 9 plus 6, how many?
15.
15. 15 plus 3, how many?
15 plus 18.
18. 18 plus 9, how many?
27.
27. So 27 minus 2, how many?
25.
Okay, so I still had a very good day. Okay, and then I remember I played some more here, and I had a 4 arrow there about inside of this area. I was here. I got stopped out here at break even because I attempted taking price from here as well. Okay, so before you begin to want to play and enjoy yourself on the chat, make sure that you have gotten something tangible. At least something you can take home and not be angry. Because what will now make you want to revenge trade the next day is when you did not take profits the day before. If you did not take profit the day before, when you come the next day, you just want to revenge. Okay, so make sure you protect your mind by doing the right things. Now, I cannot go in depth into trade management today because I'm rushing, but within the week or probably after London tomorrow, we will deal with trade management, how I engage my trade, how I hedge, when I take partials, when I don't take partials, but take enough profit to cover for the stop loss, even while the trade is still running, and they don't break even, or when I break even. I will explain all of those scenarios with my trade management for you guys tomorrow, and then we'll make progress. Okay, I need to run right now. I am behind schedule. So see you guys after London tomorrow. I hope you have an amazing interest. All right, good night, guys.